Hello, future friends. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for taking the time to join me in today's Let's Play. So, we are continuing with Levi in Strangerville. In our last video, we basically were in the process of creating his house, and we were able to set up the exterior pretty much, and now we're going to see if we can do more of the interior and uh, see whether we can try to shift the house from where it is at Cliffside Crest to where Levi actually wants to live. So uh, hopefully I should have no problems doing that. So let's take a look again at what we've done so far, and just going to bring the walls up and the roof up. Um, yeah, looking good so far. I'm fairly satisfied with this build. I know I was thinking that there was something I wanted to change, but can't quite remember what it was now. So, oh, I think I was considering adding a skylight. Um, and this would be the first time I ever do a skylight, so I actually wasn't quite sure how I'd be able to set that up. Let me see. Let me just position it. Okay, and I am just let's see if I can just change that. So did that transform into a skylight? It transformed everything into. Let me just undo that. Okay. Let's just see. So if I want part of the roof to be a skylight. Okay, there. Okay. Let's see. Actually, maybe I might position this here and position this here instead. Okay. Yeah, I think that works better. Let's just set this up so that. Okay. However, I am not sure I like this skylight. Let's see if we can just have it as a clear glass. I have to admit, I'm a bit disappointed with these skylights. I feel, I don't know, they don't seem that attractive. And I'm not sure if it's exactly how I want it. It seems to look odd if I have a full roof that is a skylight. Then would it look like this? Maybe this is better? I kinda. Okay, yeah, I think this might be better. Maybe instead I will not have it the exact same height. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. Yeah, I think it works better when it's not exactly the same height. And yes, there is unfortunately some weird things happening, but I think that is much better. Okay. Okay, so I think, and yes, I am still not happy with the fact that because I do not have any of the paranormal stuff, I cannot really make. I've become somewhat limited with regards to the decorations, but we'll just make do with what we have. So let's now take a look. So generally speaking, I'm thinking this area would be the living room. This will be the front hall. I should set up a bathroom though. So I can. The bathroom. I can just move this window here. And then we can just set a tiny little area here as the bathroom. So let's just set up some walls. And actually, maybe I will not do that. And instead, I want to do this. And yes. And then I will extend this a little bit and do this. Okay, I think that is much better. So let's do. I always end up doing the bathroom first in terms of decoration. I'm not sure why. I think maybe it's because I find it fairly easy to work with. Oh, and let's do the walls first because I find when you set up the wall pattern, it makes it easy with regards to how you can set up the rest. So now this is I do feel like maybe I shouldn't have made it into brick because I feel like since it's brick, it actually makes I feel it's not maybe appropriate per se. So maybe I will not make it into brick. I might see if I can just put it in siding. Yeah, I think siding is better pretty much because like I said, this is Levi and he's not really drowning in money. So, to have a really nice brick house seems a bit inappropriate. And let us see what we can put up for his walls. Oh, yes, let me do the lighting first. It always throws me off because I always forget you need to do lighting in order to see the full color effects of the wall. I think let's just going to go cheap with the lighting, to match the overall cost of the build. It's just going to be all these subtle saucer lights. Um, and let's just see with regards to the walls. Um, is this available in a different color maybe? Okay, that's not too bad. And for the bathroom, uh, yeah, let's just go with the basic white tiles for the well. I feel it's a little boring. I always like the tiles in the bathroom to have a little bit of a trim. Maybe not pink. Yeah, more brown. And then for the bedroom, let's take a look at our bedroom options. I always think about this confetti and I always wonder where people use it. So let's see. I kind of feel like Grandma Maisley would be the kind of person who'd have these really old fashioned walls, and I feel like um, I feel like Levi would actually kind of enjoy the old fashionedness of it, primarily because it'd remind him of his grandmother. I feel like his grandmother to Levi represents a lot of feelings of safety and comfort and just home. And so I think that he'd probably just enjoy having a kind of nice, cozy vibe um, to his bedroom. So very old fashioned, but very comfortable. So now let's see if we can find a nice background um, for his entrance hall. I have to admit, I really am super fond of these striped walls. They just I just feel like they're so old fashioned, but kind of really cute and really nice. Um, I almost feel like his maybe I'll go with a wooden exterior because I feel like this thing outside, this would be more of a um, I wish there was some prettier options with regards to the wood. Maybe this, but it feels so uninspired. mm, well, maybe that's it. Maybe it's meant to feel uninspired because I always forget it's a bit of a cheap house, and Levi is not necessarily the pickiest person. He's not necessarily going to go out of his way to make changes to the house. Um, he'd just be the kind of person who'd just live with it and not make a big fuss. So I feel like he'd just leave it as is and not really worry about it. So let's just take a look at some of the options with regards to. So with regards to the bedroom, I do feel like he'd probably end up with some kind of a carpeted bedroom, just because of how things are usually set up. And I'm really sorry about if you are hearing some rough sounds with the mic. I am using a very cheap headset. And it might be picking up the noises as I shift the microphone around or I shift the headphones around. So I apologize. That's too much. Maybe let's just do a plush carpeting. Ooh, that's kind of a nice effect, kind of like soft, shaggy carpeting. Although I do feel like seems to be an area that is hot, so maybe he wouldn't want carpet. Um, Maybe more just tiles will work best. Um, because it's cooler it's cooler on the feet. So yeah, I think maybe this house will just be all tiled flooring. Um, all rocky tiled flooring, and the entrance hall will also be quite similar. Maybe I'll have the same. Yeah, so I think I'll have it set up like this. Okay, so now let's set up some doors. So, okay, and in this case, I want an archway rather than a door. Let me see if I can find an interesting archway. Okay, let me see what options we have. There, okay, I think that works good. Okay, and outside here, we will try to see if we can put another door here. Oh, it won't let me have... Interesting. So it will let me have a door from the bedroom. I'm not sure what I feel about that. I'm not sure I like that. If I choose a more simple door, maybe it'd work better. Like a smaller door. I do feel like there should be a door. I wish there was a way to make... Can I make the stairs smaller? Alternatively, I can... Let's see, maybe I'll extend this like this, and maybe extend this like this. Okay. Then this like this. Okay, yeah. I'm not super happy about doing it that way because... Yeah, I knew it. It's going to screw up the... Okay, there. Maybe I should just change this to a full skylight and just... Since it is an entryway, but I wonder if I could... Yeah, I think I do like it as a full skylight. Maybe a honeycomb skylight? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I did not notice that happening. And let's see if there's any other little nooks and crannies that we did not make changes to, but I think that's it. So yeah, so I think this is kind of nice. This build does make me think of the eco lifestyle pack. I am kind of half whether I want to purchase that pack. So I'm not sure if I will or not. I no, I think I will. I just don't know exactly when. Yeah, because I do feel like for me with that pack, it's not so much the it's not so much the gameplay, the voting, or the transition between industrial to not so industrial. It would be more the build by the build by things that might be available. That would be what I'd be more interested in. Okay. Okay, so let's just leave this as is and let's start decorating it. I usually want the entry hole to have the shoe rack. So let's see if we can find clutter stuff. And hopefully it is under the clutter stuff. I always forget what it falls under. And where is the shoe rack? Okay. I should put this up on here. Yeah, as one of those things that's kind of like a decor. And let's go back. I have to admit, I'm so far really enjoying the exterior of this build. Um, feel it really adds to the effect of it. There's the canvases. I have been trying to find those canvases forever. And I knew I saw it, but I couldn't figure out where I saw it. I just could not find them again. Do I want to put this here? Yeah, I feel like he would have something like that. And okay, let's do the bathroom first. Like I said, I always find it easiest to start with the bathroom because it is such a small space and but I do have to admit I tend to keep using the same bathroom things because there's the toilets. There's quite a bit of options, but you know, there's a lot of options, but a lot of them look alike. So the sink though, I tend to have fun with. I try to try out different sink styles and do I want it the oxidized green? I feel like it's kind of gross, but there's something so fun with it. Well, maybe not, maybe more the brown. And let's see if we can have a different shade of toilet. A pink toilet, a yellow toilet. Yellow kind of gives me the ick factor. Maybe just keep it plain white. Okay. And then with regards to, so Levi Levi is fairly flexible. Do we want? Ooh, my gosh, that is disgusting. Okay, there's certain like yeah, yeah, let us not go there, but I think this kind of like old-fashioned bathtub thing is really quite cute. Let's see what options we have with regards to how we can transform how it looks. I kind of feel like the yellow is a nice effect. It's kind of bright and cheerful. Um, this I really like the brown, but it throws me off because everything else is white. So maybe yeah, maybe that is best. Okay. Okay, and let's put some carpeting. Okay. Let's just do some basic. Let's just. And let's just. Yeah, I really like the green option for this. Okay, good, good. And let's now decorate it a little bit by adding little bits and bobs. There's our toilet paper roll. I don't really change the toilet paper roll too much in terms of colors. I usually just stick with it being what it is. And then with regards to the Just Me basket, I wish, you know what? I found that there is an app called, that there is this mod called OSMP shelf, and I feel like I really want it because ideally it should give me the freedom to be able to set up my clutter in all sorts of places. I've been watching Griffey's stream. Well, I don't know if it streams actually, or just videos, I guess maybe. And I've been enjoying. And I think that's the tool that she does use, wherein she basically has this little red shelf that she uses so that she can put things in places that she might not otherwise be able to put them in. So I feel like that's a great thing that I could use potentially as well. So, it's nice to have that option. So with regards to a bathrobe, maybe more of a blue, and maybe that's too high. I'm going to see. It's too low. Okay, well, you know what? Some reason that's the only thing it's letting me go, and we need some kind of cleaning thing. Um, Maybe too high. Yeah, there. So that it's not brushing against him when it's not brushing against his face when he's actually using the toilet. And what else? He needs a little toothbrush set. Although generally speaking, I never seen them actually using the toothbrush unless I'm actually making them do it. So I don't know about what's happening with that. Let's see. I might end up putting. So I have the laundry basket, the laundry set, but I haven't really used it. So I just basically got it for really the look. For Yeah, I've been buying a lot of packs just for the. Um, I've been buying a lot of packs just so I can put things on them. No, not put things on them. Just for the build by aspect, I guess is what I should say. Um, so let's just see if we can. Is there anything else we'd want to put in there? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Yeah, I think I'm fine with the bathroom as is. Now, something that I do like putting in a bathroom because we have so many empty walls is a little bit of art. And I have seen this in pretty much most bathrooms I've been in. There's usually some kind of art thing happening. Um, do I want this? Okay, maybe that. Yeah. So yeah, okay, yes, it is a bit disgusting, but then that's the entire point. The entire point is this is not the cleanest house in the world. There's going to be I wish I was able to put in cobwebs and things because I feel like that is something that you would have in a bathroom. Like, if there's a place you'd want cobwebs, or not want per se, but have cobwebs, it'd be in a bathroom. Is it because of this painting? Let me see if maybe I can place it here instead. I don't want it so... Yeah, let's see if I can put in that wall mirror. Okay, there. Okay, let me bring this down a little bit and see the effect of that. Yeah. You know, something I really enjoy about Sims is the mirrors because it always surprises me that they actually work. You know, I keep thinking I'll just see some silvered effect, but they actually work, and that always is such a stunning concept to me. Um, and I just feel that really adds to the Sims' sense of that it really feels like a live sim. Okay, I think let's do I want. Can I not put it here? Okay, yeah, yeah. I thought I was. Yeah, I kind of felt comfortable having your bathtub so close to the toilet. I know I have a bit of a germaphobe. That might just be me, but yeah. Okay, so now I feel relatively okay with the bathroom. I do feel it is not as decorated as it could be, but like Levi is not that wealthy, so I have to remember to curb my desire to load up his room, his house with all sorts of things. Let's see what we can do with regards to the counters. Basic white counters. Okay, and let's do the next thing. The next area I usually want to set up the the kitchen, because similar to the bathroom, it's not it's not super difficult, and it's relatively easy to set up. So I usually I feel like this is a place where we could have a little bit of fun with regards to the furniture. Maybe not so high. Yeah, there. And then I always think I always put it up way too high, and I feel like, yeah. So I feel, and then these counters are so bleh. Is there any more attractive colors? Maybe that's the point. They're supposed to look bleh. Um, I must feel like maybe I should just keep them neutral. Okay, yeah, maybe that. Least inoffensive. And then let's put some sink. Okay, let's do that. Okay. I do feel a bit strange having maybe sink. Okay, okay, hold on. I know it's me being strange, but I wonder if I should move. No, 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 no. Let us. Okay, yeah, I think this is the best compromise. Sink close to the thing, and usually I know it's nice to have the sink facing a window so we can have a little bit of decoration going. And let's have some counter space. So let's match the counter space. So he actually doesn't have much room for higher counter space. Oh, was it this one? No. Where was the one I'm using at the bottom? They're supposed to go together, and how come? Did I just overlook it? Where's the gray one? Okay, I think this might actually work out better. Okay, okay, so let's just leave it at that. Not too much counter space, but not too little either. And with regards to a table, I feel like this place would actually be, it actually kind of really makes me want to have the industrial loft set up because I feel like some of the stuff there will work well. I have to admit, I have to strongly restrain myself from not going out and, you know, getting myself in trouble by buying so many packs. Um, because still have mixed feelings with regards to The Sims 4. I'm still not sure whether I really truly enjoy it or and so I feel like I've already bought way too much when I first started, and so I feel like I need to slow myself down and not get too caught up with trying to have everything. So with regards to coffee, I really don't want them to have coffee. Um I really don't want him to have coffee. The reason why is because I found it super annoying when he would spend all his time instead of sleeping drinking coffee. I don't know if that's a thing that all the Sims people have had issues with, but it was super duper annoying that that was happening. So, yeah, I just did not like it. With regards to wood coverings, I have mixed feelings about these window coverings because they always seem so strange looking. I haven't really found one that orange, pink. Yeah, I feel like yeah, I really do think that Levi would enjoy um, pops of color in his place. Okay, why is it it's not intersecting with other things, so why? And it was the same thing. Why am I getting completely different color options? Oh, hold on. Am I okay? What am I changing? Maybe it's because okay, well maybe the yellow. I really do like the yellow, but maybe the orange? No, I think maybe the yellow for some little nice pops of color. Okay, there. And this will be his living room, and I still haven't really filled out his thing. So let's just see if we can set up. So let's see if we can do just a very basic TV. Nothing super expensive. And let's do a couch. He is a knitter, and so I want him to spend a lot of time in the couch. So I usually get this sit and stitch one, and let's get it in orange. Okay, maybe too close to the wall. Maybe move this here. And let's put maybe change that to a brown. Okay. And let's put a little lamp. Okay. And I do like having a rocking chair for him because, like I said, he is a big knitter, and it's always nice to have a rocking chair that he can just rock with. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's just have it straight because I had an issue with the rocking chair in a previous Let's Play because for some reason it just would not rock. And I don't know if it got jostled because at one time it was working and then all of a sudden he refused to sit in it. So I'm not sure exactly what happened with that. So now I feel like I should not have it there, and let's put another cozy place for him to sit, maybe one of these monstrosities. um, ooh, okay, yeah, kind of like it's like one of those furniture that gets left behind because they're so ugly. um, is there another one with that shade? Okay. It's such an eyesore. I can't even bear it. I feel like there's too many yellow things here. Maybe green? Maybe I'll transform this couch into orange. Not orange, but ooh, that's nice. Something, yeah, because like I said, I kind of do like matchy matchy, but I feel like um there was something that was bugging me because there's too much of one color when not everything is that one color. So I don't know what design. I have no design skills of anything like that, so I just like to, I don't know, I just have a certain thing, I guess, regards to visual appeals. Ooh, I kind of like having letting him have a little knick-knack jar. Um, a bountiful bucket thing. I wish it would kind of. I wish it would be bigger. Maybe I can make it bigger. And now it's too big and too odd looking. And it doesn't look. It looks kind of strange being in there. Um, no, he needs counter space. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of things I can put. Oh, and the gnomes. Oh my gosh, the Harvest Fest gnomes scared the heck out of me when I encountered them. I I just pick one and then all of a sudden a whole bunch showed up. It was so scary. So scary. And I didn't know what to do with them too. I didn't know, was I able to remove them? I almost feel like I want a Yoda. Do I want Yoda there? I am very not Yoda, sorry, Grogu. I do love Grogu, and but I don't know necessarily if I'd be happy seeing him there. I think I might be freaked out. A dog statue. I think it would be better for him to have flowers there rather than yeah. Let's put in a plant. Yeah, something like that. And here, let's put in another piece set of plants. Okay, it's taking too much room. I find I'm always using this because it just fits perfectly in these little nook spaces. But I do wish that instead of changing the basket, that the plant itself would change, because then it'd be maybe switch it with this one instead. Ooh. Why do some of these require so much space? Like, look at this. Why does this need so much room? Maybe. Oh, ooh, yeah. I was just mentioning how I don't hardly use cactuses. Maybe now is a perfect time for me to put in more of these cactus things happening. Um, And let's just change that to a more cheerful yellow. Yes, yes. Lovely little pops of color. And let's just move this. Okay, so we have more room and I'm not worried about him not being able to go to the bathroom. Should work. Okay, and then we have a little, let's see, can we transform this into different colors? Is it better for it to be blue, or does it make it look too, or would it be better for it to just be black? I almost feel like the natural gray was the better option. Okay, okay. Yeah, nothing too fancy. And in terms of like stuff that he brought with him, so yeah, so there's all this stuff he brought with him, the plants. Some of it he brought, some of it he purchased. A lot of these are furnishings that are already in here. So like, and then with regards to this house, I am a bit, I do feel like yes, his grandmother had money, like not a lot of money, but enough money, because she was obviously super concerned with him and she wanted to make sure that he had enough money to survive if he needed to. Um, and because she also knew that she wasn't the best, she wasn't feeling the best, and she didn't want to leave him um, without anything to support him, and so she did leave him with money. I'm not quite sure exactly how much money, but I think, and then she also left him the house that she was living in, so the farmhouse, which he unfortunately did have to sell. That is part of it. He did have to sell it, uh, because he wanted to move on, and although he wanted to keep it, he also knew that his grandmother wouldn't mind. Like his grandmother would rather he find, like, find his happiness. um and also that, like, in terms of, that wasn't really like a heritage house. Like it wasn't really where his grandmother lived in terms of she grew up or anything like that. It was more just that was where she ended up, um you know as a series of life, uh not necessarily life choices, but I guess circumstances in life. Yeah. So with regards to Grandma Maisley, I guess if we explore her past a little bit, we could say that she unfortunately, she was married, and she actually had a fairly happy marriage. That was when she and her husband had the farm. She did grow up on a farm, so she basically married, like, she married a neighbor, and they actually had a really happy life. Unfortunately, though, shortly after, shortly like they had a happy marriage until her daughter was around 16 years old, and her daughter got involved with a man that neither her parents liked. He was a town man, and like the guy who basically came from the city, and they felt like he was taking advantage of their daughter, like making promises that he shouldn't be making, and kind of trying to persuade her to basically abandon the life she had in the farm. And like with any young person, there's a reason that why farm life is hard. And she basically wanted something different, something new, and so she ended up leaving. She ended up running away with him. Unfortunately, because of that, her dad, the loss and the shock of that caused her father to have a heart attack. And he survived the heart attack, but he had major health issues because of it. And because of that, because of the care that they needed, they could not keep the farm. They had to sell the farm, and his grandmother had to work hard trying to live and survive. She ended up working as a cook, farmyard helper to the neighboring farms, etc. It was a very tough life, and unfortunately, her husband still was not able to survive. So yeah, so that's yeah, so that's basically her story. And yeah, so she basically, yeah, her husband died when she reached her 40s, and she basically just lived alone by herself, thinking that, always wondering about her daughter, trying to find out more about her daughter. But she was in a country area, and she just had no ability to discover more about what's happened with her daughter on the city. So she basically relied on people visiting, like the tourists who visited her location, the town she was in, this village she was in, and she was relying on their news as to what was happening in the city. Um, and that's basically how she got most of her information, was just through them. So yeah. And it was sheer coincidence that she found out about her grandchild through one of the tourists, because one of the tourists was actually his child service. I can't remember what they're called, but basically the social worker that he was that was dealing with his case. And she was basically vacationing in the area she was in. And yeah, and she basically saw a picture of him when the lady was paying. No, no. Uh, Actually, no, I think, no, no, let me think about that. No, what ended up happening was the lady was there partially for work. And so while she was working, she was using the restaurant where the grandma Weasley was working. She was basically sitting in one of the tables working, and that's when Levi's files was showing, and that's when you know Grandma Maisley saw that. She saw the file, and she kind of thought she recognized, that he looked familiar. And because basically, even though he was of mixed heritage, he had quite a bit of the look of his grandfather, and so she saw her husband in him. And it made her think of her daughter. It reminded her of her daughter that she's long since been estranged in. And so she ended up talking with the social care, the child care agent. And that's when she found out more. And that's when she discovered, oh, she thought this might actually be her grandchild, right? Because she found out about the name, and it was the name of her daughter. Except obviously it's her daughter with a husband with a different, how do I say, with a different last name. Yeah. Although actually her daughter never really did end up married, because her parents were completely right. The guy was just there to take advantage of her, and didn't really intend to marry her at all. So he basically just abandoned her the minute he felt like he didn't they like the minute he wasn't happy with how things were going. He basically just left her. So yeah, very very sad case. um and it's unfortunate that that's how that ended up. So yeah. So anyway, that's how Grandma Maisley found out about her grandson. And then yeah, and then the long stage of trying to find him. Because she, you know it wasn't like um, the child care service person wanted to just give Grandma Maisley his address and information. She was actually more along the lines of trying to prevent her from getting more information about him, because she was concerned that Grandma Maisley, she didn't think it was appropriate. And she had a lot of doubts with regards whether it would be good for both of them if she did end up having him, raising him. And so yeah, so that's basically, so yeah, so she had to fight with that a lot before she was able to have a chance to even have him. So yeah, so now I'm just decorating the bedroom, and I'm trying to see if I want some really fun toys. I am kind of trying to think what kind of toy he would have. Obviously he'd have the little cars, but they are also small. And I almost feel like I want to give him this armadillo. Maybe this armadillo is not really his toy, but maybe it's a leftover from the previous owner. The previous owner left the house kind of partially, like, he basically not really partially furnished, but he just left things that he didn't feel like he wanted or needed, and he just kind of left that in the house for the future owner to worry about or play with if they wanted. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, so I think let's have a dresser full of kind of like toys that he can just play with. Yeah, his bedroom is quite large. Must feel too large. Maybe I will. Oh, well, well, that's. Okay, 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 let's just. Hmm, I'm not sure what other things I could put in his bedroom. Maybe a guitar? Where's his guitar? Okay, let's see if we can put some art stuff in his bedroom. So some of this was left by, like I said, some of this was stuff that the previous owner didn't really think he could do anything with, and then some he basically found at garage sales. Um, so Levi wouldn't necessarily say he's an art expert, but maybe it's partially because he likes plants. He has a bit of an aesthetic eye. And, one of the things he likes is to just wander around curio shops, trying to see if there's anything he could pick up. Um, and he likes old frames. And yeah, so, okay, yeah. This is one of my favorite art pieces because it's so fun. It's like cute animals. Um, yeah. Oh, now I know what I can put in that empty spot. All those clothes things that I've been trying to find.